what's really unique in starting your own blog is that it really is your own voice, you know, so it's like it's what you're creating, it's your brand and your voice. And people that follow you, be it individuals or brands, they're following you because of that voice that you're bringing to the table. So when brands want to work with you, it's because they're getting the Leanne show or they're getting the Tia show, and that's like what they're kind of signing on for. So you know that you're able to maintain your authentic self. Yeah. And like for example, in my job at Bergdorf's, I remember like the first day I started, and like I wrote some blog posts. And I said to my boss, like, okay, you want to, like, check it or whatever? She was like, girl, that's why you're here. She's like, we trust your voice. Like, your voice is the voice that we want, so go on and publish. And I was like, okay. And, like, I was like, I hit, like, the publish button. But I think that when you start something that is your brand, it's who you are, you know, and then brands approach you to work with you, they're really signing on for the you show, you know, and if you have that level of integrity, they know that. But I do think that now with all the sponsorships and, you know, sponsored posts and things like that, it is important for you to draw the line in the sand and say, you know, what's important to you in terms of authenticity, whether or not you used a product or you're just informing about a product. So I think that that's something that I think we all have very high standards in terms of being very, you know, above board in terms of when something is sponsored or how we genuinely feel about a product. And I always feel like the readers know, like people know when you are like shitting them, like they completely know, but they're like, but do you use it? You're like, oh, this is a great product, but do you use it? But it's great, but do you use it? You know, it's like they really want to know, and they can, you know, they sense that authenticity. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fine.
No, Tia, I have to say, for me, these are questions that people come to me with all of the time, and to have this panel of women up here as experts, I would like to explore this more because I think you all do have such different voices that I'm sure you get approached by different companies, and integrity and credibility are a huge part of it. So anyone who wants to contribute to this answer, I would love to hear it.
Well, I was just really going to piggyback off of what Felicia said, and I think before the brand stuff even happens, you have to really understand what you're bringing to the table that's different from everyone else. If you're starting a blog, if you have a blog, just really try to understand your own voice and perfect that. And then when the brands come with the sponsored post, you'll be, you know, making it happen in your unique voice, and you'll be bringing your unique flavor to it. So, like for example, an unnamed brand asked me to write a sponsored post. They wanted to do a trim piece, but just with their brand. So like their eyeshadow, their blush, their lipstick. And they were like, you know, just talk about how hot our products are this season. I'm like, no. So what I did, and actually I really did like their products. I love their products. So what I did was, a reader had recently asked me, how, I have a 3-year-old daughter, I'm a single mother, how I got ready in the morning, and like, you know, because I have 2 seconds to get ready before I walk out the door. And so she's like, what's your like 5-second makeup ritual? And so what I did was write what my 5-second makeup ritual was and did it using their products. So it was a sponsored post, yes. I was paid for it, yes. But it was coming from a completely organic place, and I do love the products, and I did use them that morning. So that's
you may not use it tomorrow.
You know, use it tomorrow. And I felt like my integrity was not, you know, I didn't feel shady. I used exactly. So that's just an example.
Very smart. Thank you.
I had a very similar situation where I had a cosmetic company want me to feature some of their products onto my blog and everything, and so I was like, well, you know, I'll check it out, and if I like it, then I'll post about it. Well, they kept on me, etc. You know, to be honest, I liked the product. I didn't like the applicator. And I've told Leanne this story before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I do like this product, but I hate the applicator. So how do I tell my readers that I like this product, but let's put it on a different way? Well, that's exactly it. I like this product, let's use an angled brush versus the applicator it comes with. And so I gave them an alternate way of using the product without necessarily bashing the company, because I don't like that, but good reason. But you know, it is about freedom of speech, and you'll know that there's a lot of bloggers out there that are very much like, this is my opinion, and they go really hardcore with that. For me, you know, I like to showcase my product, or showcase the products that I like in a positive view. And for, like I said, that product was great, and I really wanted to share it with other artists as well as consumers, because I thought it was good, but I didn't like the entire product, so.
Right. So that's a way that you can always, I'm sorry, that's the way that you can always, and I don't, like Victoria, I don't believe in product bashing either, or company bashing. I don't ever want to be responsible for anybody else's bottom line, because at the end of the day, it's a business. And your brand is your business. So if you're known for doing reviews like that, you know, or I've seen people set fire to makeup brushes. That's not necessary. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't like the brush. Yeah, I've seen YouTube videos with that. Like this brush is shit, and you set fire to it. I'm like, what is the point of that? It's like sensationalism.
The point is to get more followers.
That's
drama.
Yeah, that's drama, but that's not the right way, though. I mean,
that's why I'll be taking on Felicia in a cage match.
That's not the right way, because at the end of the day, brands aren't going to, if you're looking to expand your brand and you're looking to work with a brand professionally, like if you want to work for, you know, a brush company, or you want to work for, you know, I mean, if you're just going to sit at home and do YouTube videos setting fire to brushes and you have another job, then more power to you. But if you want to expand your brand and you want to end up working for a brand one day, if you continue to be, like what we were saying before, authentic, and you continue to use your own voice, and you continue to have integrity, setting fire to makeup brushes is not, that's not integrity. That's just sensationalism. So you just have to make sure that you are unique to your own, you stay true to your own voice, and you end up telling people how to use things in maybe in newer, different ways, things that you haven't heard of before. I put spoons in the freezer and put them on my eyes to get rid of puffiness. So I share that with my readers. Lots of people are like, I never thought of that before. Okay, so put some spoons in the freezer. You know, you just have to be able to share your tips and your tricks and things that you learned from your grandmother and your mother and from your time on this earth. You have to be able to share a little tiny slice of your life with people in order to remain authentic. And I think that that's probably one of the easiest ways to gain followers in an organic way, is to just use your own voice and stay true to yourself.
So, as one of the newer blogs up here, like I said, some of the ladies up here, they're one of the first blogs that I read. And when you're a newer blogger, in this day and age now, what companies want to do, they want to bypass them, okay? And they want to go for what they consider cheaper and faster and quicker. And we all know when you add all those things together, those components together, it tends not to come out well. So in order for me, for myself, to maintain my integrity, I'm just very transparent. The trust from your readers is everything in the blogger sphere. For them feeling like they can come to you, like you're the girl next door, the guy next door. That's how they feel connected to you. For some people, it's like, Sherry, please get off your soapbox and sit down. But for me, I like to share. And I feel like you guys, some of you, trust me. And I want you to, because I started as a reader first. And I never lost that, and I won't ever lose that. So sometimes I really get writer's block because I'm always coming from a reader's standpoint. And that's what you definitely need to do as a blogger, always. Because just when you think you have no more ideas, and what possibly can these women have blogged about for 5, 6, 7 years, trust me. Trust me. I call my best friend, and I speak to her every day, almost practically every day for hours, and I've known her for 10 years. You can find something to talk about every day. You can find something to blog about every day. And what you need to do, again, for me, like I said, transparency work. And so you know the highs, you know the lows. Everything is not all chipper and great all the time. No, I let you see, I let my guard down. And brands like that, because the consumer, the everyday consumer, is the biggest demographics, okay? Those are the money makers. So basically, you write for them, and those doors will open.
We've got about 30 more minutes. I have so many questions myself for the panel, but I'd like to open up the floor.
You should have known that we couldn't do this in an hour.
I know. And
Come on.
This is an 8-hour seminar.
Can I touch on this really quick?
Oh yes, everyone touch on it.
Because my thing about brands and integrity, it's different because I'm not blogging about product like these ladies are. my brand is people like James Vincent, the Makeup Show, Image Expo, Premier Orlando. Because of the presence that I've been able to garner through social media, they started to read the things that I'm saying, and because they're also industry people and they have experience in the makeup artistry world, they're like, okay, I like what she's saying about this particular thing, or, oh, that's a good way of explaining, or that's a good way of describing for an educational purpose. So me reaching out to brands is me actually making my voice very clear and loud to all of the lovely makeup artists that follow me on Twitter and all my friends I'm on my 3rd profile on Facebook. You guys are amazing, incredible, it's ridiculous. But the integrity, it comes from the experiences that I've had and being responsible to someone like him and the Makeup Show for putting me in more of a position to be more responsible to you guys with what I'm saying, because some of you are listening. And I really believe
They're all listening,
really
Jennifer. They're all listening.
And sometimes we get tired of talking about makeup. I'm Alicia.